Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can, just so we can get out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. All right, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come to the house. And me is Kata and Josh Minot. Of course, the Celtics got a big win in this game, but for these two to play this good against Evan Mobley and Jared Allen was really a big sign. And they combined for 21 points and 27 rebounds, 10 offensive rebounds, and they both equally held their weight in that department, both having 5 and 5 steals between the two. But Josh Minot, who we will start with in this game, had 11 points, 14 rebounds, again 5 offensive rebounds, and 3 steals in this game. And I talk a lot about how the Celtics lost so much defensive versatility, with Drew Holiday being guard, who can guard point guards and centers. Tatum, of course, being hurt, who can guard point guards and centers. Al Horford, who did a lot of guarding the centers. Chris Porzingis, Luke Cornett, who can guard centers and wings, right? Josh Minot, the pickup of Josh Minot really gave us a little bit of that back. Of course, it's not to the level of some of those guys, but Josh Minot was literally guarding point guards his last couple of games. Hugo Gonzalez started the Pistons game. He was on Cade Cunningham, guarding him 94 feet. When he came out the game, Josh Minot was the guy that was doing that. Then last game he started against the Pelicans, he was guarding Jeremiah Fears 94 feet. He was guarding Jordan Poole 94 feet. Now in this game, there was questions about who he was going to guard, and he comes in and he just guards Evan Mobley, right? So he did a phenomenal job this game here. With him and Cater with some defensive activity, and he takes the ball coast to coast for the finish. And when both of them were on the floor tonight, they were plus 25, and they had a whopping 95 defensive rebound percentage when both of them were on the floor, opposed to a 75 defensive rebound percentage just overall for the team. And they are plus 46 in 48 minutes this season. So of course, like the Pelicans game, the Pelicans didn't have Zion, so that was like, you know what I'm saying? But to come in and beat the Cavs almost the same way that you did the Pelicans, when you win by a lot, and Josh Minot here playing some good defense on Evan Mobley, which he did all night. Here he plays good defense on Evan Mobley, staying with him, and gets help from his Celtics teammates. And in terms of deflections and steals, Josh Minot is really one of the best in the NBA, especially for fours. 9.9 deflections already this season per 100 possessions. Here the Cavs try to get it to Evan Mobley. His pressure again forces a turnover, gets the ball. And I like that he took it coast to coast the first time. This time he like has no numbers at all. It's like 2 on 3 right here, and there's really no space to get Simons the ball or for him to drive. And driving into Evan Mobley isn't the smartest thing in the world, so he just passed the ball out. All right, here against Evan Mobley again, he's going to pass it and he's going to get it right back. Get some help from Xavier Tillman on this drive. But again, the rebounds, 14 rebounds in this game, 9 on the defense side of the ball. Evan Mobley is taller and longer than him. Him just fighting with Evan Mobley, putting his body into him, jumping into his body, making sure he can't really grab the defensive rebound was super important. And to me, this was his best defensive possession of the young season. Like on the ball against Evan Mobley, he was just guarding guard, stops both of his drive attempts, stops right there. He tries to come back, stops right there. He's forced to pass the ball, and it's just constant pressure with Josh Minot. Like he ends up getting the ball again, and Josh Minot forces him into a tough jumper with the contest. Here, Derek White gets a steal, and Josh Minot shows that athleticism off again. And he was just putting so much pressure on Evan Mobley. This is a guy that the Cavs, like, of course, want him to evolve his offensive game, and him bringing the ball up after defensive rebounds is something that Kenny Atkinson just wants him to do. He wants him to be more aggressive, but Josh Minot is just making it super tough for him in this game, turning him multiple times on the possession. He ends up just having to pass the ball out. And on the offensive side, this is all we need him to do. He shot 35% from the corner last season in very low minutes, but right here knocks one down. He's 4 for 8. He's really 4 for 9 from the corner this season, but the last one was a grenade with like 2 seconds left, so I'm not counting it. I don't care. He's 4 for 8 from the corner this year, 50%. And that's where he needs to shoot all of his threes. Don't take no butter breakdowns. Shoot from the corners, brother. But most important, look at this. We've had a lot of talks about defensive rebound percentage, how the Celtics have been getting killed on the glass. Watch what he does right here. It's not enough to just jump. He sees the ball go up, seeks out Evan Mobley, puts a body on him, then turns, looks for the rebound, gets it, and almost gets a fast break opportunity. And a part of his game that I've been really impressed with so far is his passing. He's really shown the ability to be a connective piece. And even going back to last season in those garbage time minutes, he showed that he can pass on time and on target. So here, the starter possession gets on Jaylen Brown. This one actually gets deflected, but they get it to him. Jaylen Brown's going to pass it out to him. And right here, he's going to fake the pass, take one dribble, get it to Peyton Pritchard, and he's going to shoot the 3. Luka Garza is going to get this off to rebound. And this, just knowing that Josh Minot has this to his game. Now this I didn't know he had. So he shoots a 3, right? He misses. But he gets the offensive rebound, chicken wraps DeAndre Hunter. I don't know when he saw Payne Pritchard. Chicken wraps DeAndre Hunter lefty pass to Pritchard. Now, it is not perfect. It's not perfect. But Payne Pritchard has to catch this ball. He got to take one step over, and he right there. Catch it with two hands. But just knowing that Josh has this level of passing in his game was really surprising. Again, doing what he can to get the defensive rebound. Evan Mobley's bigger than him. He's taller than him. He's longer than him, right? He has great positioning on Josh Minot right now, but don't just get boxed out. This might be a foul. I don't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't call it, but just don't get boxed out, right? If you're fighting for the boards, you get a foul call, cool. Don't just get boxed out. Moves Evan Mobley, puts the body on him, pins him to the inside as the ball goes outside and he gets the board. All right, so here he's going to run to the corner, hit another corner three, which is exactly where I need him to be shooting the ball. But early on in the season, this was probably in preseason or like before preseason, where Joe Mazzulla said he just has a knack for the ball. You see him communicating here and just watch his activity. Always around the ball, contesting that pass, gets back to well, he doesn't get back to Lonzo Ball, but he ends up getting back to Evan Mobley and he almost gets a steal here. Cleveland just recovered it. All right, so here he is, corner crashing to the offensive glass. We all know how the Celtics view that as a winning play and how long they had. But again, the passing field, right? Sees Payne Pritchard, gets it right there. He gets a wide open shot. Next, of course, is Neemias Queta, who had 10 points, 13 rebounds, 5 of which were offensive and 2 steals. Did a nice job crashing off his glass here, getting the tip in the start. All right, so he's going to set the screen for Derek White, and Evan Mobley and Craig Porter Jr. are going to go towards Derek White as Evan Mobley contests his shot that leaves Queta over for the offensive rebound. He gets another putback. And sometimes, once in a while, when the shot clock go down, we start to see a little bit of that Eurobasket meme. Now, he ain't made that, right? But that's Evan Mobley. The series of moves, getting Evan Mobley off the ground, we just got to hit the lefty hook. All right, so here we got Queta in the pick and roll again. He's going to set a nice screen on DeAndre Hunter, forcing Jared Allen to play up a little bit. And this is what having shooters does. We've seen Queta be a very valuable option as a vertical spacer. You see Jalen Tyson here. He's going to try to step in for a second on the Neemias Queta, but he can't leave Jaylen Brown because he's been hot. Derek White hasn't been hot, but he definitely has the respect around the league. So as Queta rolls, Donovan Mitchell is this tag man. He's going to stunt once to Queta, but that doesn't really do anything to Payne Pritchard, and he still gets it up for the lob. Now, Queta still gave up some offensive rebounds in this game, so it's not going to be perfect, you know what I'm saying? But the contrast between this and the Pistons game, obviously Jalen Duren is a monster on the glass. I think Jared Allen is a really good rebounder too. Here on the defense covers, like the screen by Jared Allen gets Derek White behind, so Queta has to kind of play up, making sure that Donovan Mitchell doesn't get an easy shot off, but he also has to play in between to make sure that he can't get the pass off to Jared Allen. He does a nice job allowing White to get back, but just a good spin move jumper by Donovan Mitchell kind of loses White. So this is going to mean that Queta isn't in perfect defensive rebounding positioning, right? In the Pistons game, there are some times where, of course, he's not, but he would just like get boxed out. And this is what I talked about in the Josh Minot portion, like not just getting boxed out. Now, the ball did fall directly to where he was at, but he did a nice job of Jared Allen putting a body on him, having him in a tough position. He's not even facing the rim right now. Right, he has him in a tough position, but then he turns him. So now he's in position to get the ball if it goes this way, right? There was another play where he did a whole spin move on Jared Allen to evade his box out, and that's the kind of stuff we want to see from Nemi. All right, so here Jaylen Brown misses the layup after a nice drive, but look at your 7-footer being a cornerback or a safety on this possession, right? Evan Mobley gets the ball. He's going to turn, but then he keeps his eye on Evan Mobley the entire time, right? It's kind of like he's baiting him to pass at Donovan Mitchell, so he turns his hips, making it seem like he's not paying attention to Donovan Mitchell. But then as soon as Evan Mobley lets his ball go, he sprints over, uses that length to get the steal, and Jaylen Brown gets a bucket. And he's been really solid defensively at the rim this season. Of course, against the Pelicans, he had 4 blocks, but he's done a nice job contesting with verticality this season, and here gets a stop on Evan Mobley. And here Cleveland was looking to hedge this pick and roll with Derek White. He was coming this way. You see Jared Allen over here. So just an easy pass to Neemias Queta. And look at this pass to Sam Hauser in the corner. And this is what you want from your big man. This is how strong you want them to be when they grab a defensive rebound. When you grab a defensive rebound, everybody's going to be around you. They're going to be trying to poke at the ball. This is like 2K. As soon as you grab a rebound, everybody pressing square trying to take the ball from you. They need to add this in 2K where the big men, when they get the ball, throw elbows. Nah, you ain't trying to hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? But you got to clear out the space. You got to make sure that you holding this ball. He did this twice in this game. All right, so the Celtics are going to go to Rams, Spain. These are 2 actions that the Celtics love to use, and they parlay them together. In the last game against the Pelicans, the Celtics used Ram action in a way that I haven't seen before. It was an ATO play, and they had Payne Pritchard over DeAndre Jordan, which was Queta's man, and He was in the corner and he sprinted into a ball screen in the mid-range area for Jaylen Brown here. Kind of similar to that. Of course, Ram is an off-ball screen for somebody to come set a ball screen. So Derek White sets the screen on Evan Mobley so he can come set this first screen on Lonzo Ball to initiate the Spain pick and roll. So this is the effects of the Ram action, right? So it gets this screener's man lagging behind, and you'll see what that does. So as Evan Mobley hits this screen by Derek White, right, Kata and Pritchard have a 2-on-1 for about a half a second, right? And sometimes that's all you need in the NBA. So as he sets this screen, Evan Mobley is lagging behind. So now he can't get back to Neemias Queta in time. So as Kata sets this good screen on Lonzo, he sees that Peyton Pritchard has an opening to turn this corner or to pull up and shoot this three. So now he just has to take Peyton Pritchard. He can't really get back to Kata. So now he sees Kata rolling, and now he has to backpedal. Now he's at the mercy of either Peyton Pritchard or this roll by Kata. Jaylen Brown doesn't even have to set this back screen because Evan Mobley went all the way out. So he just goes to the three-point line. I feel like there was a pocket to get this ball to the roll to Kata or over to Josh Minot, but Peyton Pritchard does a nice job taking advantage of Evan Mobley backpedaling and hits the floater. And here, another nice job of Kata being strong. You see him right here seeking out the body of Jalen Tyson, turning around, putting the body on him, getting the ball. And you know those smalls are going to be stabbing at the ball, throwing them elbows, getting them out of there. But that is the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and every one that you can, just so we can get out there a little bit more. Now, we will see you guys in the next video. But this is Nick. Peace.